Hey, William Gilmore here for the ScreenwritersJourney.com. It is day 181 of the journey, and I have received my first feedback on the script. I would say it's a mixed bag of a reaction. Um, the person who was giving me the feedback is a close friend and also a professional writer in his own right. Has done some very, very fine work, so I respect his opinion. Uh, he was a little torn by the script. He did preface everything by saying that this really is not his genre. He does not like stories where everybody dies, particularly in violent fashion. Uh, so, possibly not the best person to read this screenplay, or maybe he is. What can I get from him in his reaction? If this is not what he likes, can I win him over? And I can't say that I did. um, he had a couple of issues. He did identify Shep as the hero protagonist. He thought of him as the protagonist over Rydell, which was okay. But he recognized that was the character that he was supposed to care about. And the issue was he didn't. He did not really like Shep. He didn't like any of the characters, really. He said he didn't find any of them likable. And that was a concern I had, that was going to be an issue. And I'm not quite sure why. He did recognize that Shep is the one who prays over the dying Amandito in the cabin in the woods. So he kind of got a sense of heart from the guy, but overall, he just didn't really care for him. And I pointed out the fact that, well, he does say they should go help everyone after the shooting because it would be the Christian thing to do, and he thought that was a joke. He didn't see that someone would actually do that, apparently. So, yeah, I thought that would be a kind of an indication of who Shep is, that he'd be willing to go do that. And he didn't read it that way. So that's an issue. So what else do we have here? He did find it to be a great tragedy. Everyone making really bad decisions and getting in over their heads. But the characters he just didn't care enough about them to care about their comeuppance or how they came out of the whole story. That's a big issue. Big issue. He really didn't like the fact that Rydell kills Ramon at the pit when they're burning the bodies. And I really tried to play that up that he's doing it because the sheriff has said no witnesses, and that means taking out Ramon. But the fact that he can kill this guy so easily after he's just done him a solid favor of digging a pit and helping bury the bodies on his property was kind of harsh, my reader thought. So I've either got to really make this a tortured moment for Rydell, or I'm going to have to change that somehow. And so I'm going to think about that and see what I can do. Now, this is just one reader. Other people may come back and not have a problem with it. So some things I'll be able to take, and some things I'll be able to throw away. But with just one reader, I can't quite tell yet what the feedback's going to be. But definitely something to keep. Something to keep my eye on. And the first half of the second act is a little slow. Things didn't get going again until the midpoint. And once the midpoint, things took off great. And that answers one of the questions I had the other night when I said these are my concerns. One of them was with the first half of the second act, too slow. And for this reader, it was. Characters just weren't being active in finding solutions to their problems. So the fact that I had a concern about that, and he brought that up, means there's probably a problem there. So I'm going to have to work on that. The Rydell thing, the Rydell Ramon thing, kind of threw me. I didn't expect that reaction. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do. At this point, I'm just going to wait for some more feedback to come in. But things are starting to tick in my head and percolate. And so we'll see what happens. Not a horrible review or feedback by any stretch. Not stellar either. So I'd say there's probably some more work to do here. But I need to let the script rust for a little bit and wait for this other feedback to come out. I want to start, carving things up yet until I have a better handle on the extent of the issues. So hopefully people will be getting back to me in the next day or two, and I can let you know what the verdict is. So until then, I'm William Gilmore for the ScreenwritersJourney.com. Please check back in tomorrow and find out what's going on with the screenplay come-ups. And please check in and let me know what's going on with your own writing. Have you reached the end of your screenplay yet? Are you still working on that? Are you starting to market? Are you getting coverage? I want to know, so please drop me a line and let's stay in contact. Till then, keep writing.